YouTube family, Rex Ryan is now officially the biggest Shedeur Sanders fanatic.
We know he's got that arm talent. I love his touch on the deep ball. I loved it in college. All right. And here's facts that'll say why you got to keep it. All right. Yesterday, he completed 3 passes for over 35 yards. Mm-hmm. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that.
What can you say?
How much is Joe looking forward to both you and Dylan in terms of your guys' development to this point?
Shador, can I please, I know you don't listen, but please, every time you win a game, okay, your team wins a game, please use we and us. That's it. And
years with the Jets, and I remember it was obvious I was getting fired. My last game, Mangold's injured. And he comes to me and says, I'm playing this game. And he wanted to play for me.
We know he's got that arm talent. I love his touch on the deep ball. I loved it in college. All right. And here's facts that'll say why you got to keep it. All right. Yesterday, he completed 3 passes for over 35 yards. Mm-hmm. Something's missing. Something's missing.
So now all of a sudden, Rex Ryan is a staunch supporter, and we're supposed to just sing hallelujah, praise the Lord. Yeah, I'm about to go in on this video. YouTube family, salute to all of y'all. Go ahead and smash that like button, hit that notification bell, share this video. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a doozy.
Like a king, never back, and he legendary. Shedeur Sanders came from the bottom, now he lighting up the standards. Prime time raised him, gave the boy swagger. Now he run the league and the Fells new master. Legendary, he the chosen. For 40 so spirit in his soul, he golden. Face of the league, all the fans stay frozen. Shedeur Sanders, yeah, the prophecy open.
Prophecy is open right now for business. So if you guys don't know what's going on, Rex Ryan has been going viral because lately he's just been attacking Shedeur Sanders like most of these guys, and he hasn't stopped. So he decides to show Shedeur Sanders some love. Really, he was forced to, based on Shedeur himself being the 144th chosen and going out there and delivering not even a week of practice, 3 days of practice with the first team. So now here is Rex Ryan with the fake love.
Dillon Gabriel has 0 traits for an NFL starter. Physical traits.
Sure.
He might have the mental.
Yeah.
That's why I said I think he could be a hell of a coach one day.
Yeah.
All right. But he doesn't have a single trait that says he's an NFL starting quarterback, where clearly Shador does. All right. We know he's got that arm talent. I love his touch on the deep ball. I loved it in college. All right. And here's facts that'll say why you got to keep it. All right. Yesterday, he completed 3 passes for over 35 yards. Mm-hmm. If you take
So he got all this love and he's talking with excitement, and wow, Rex has been revolutionizing. All you Negrums is cheering, and the stepping fetches like, we did it, man. And all the ESPN personalities is like, wow, Rex, you're a great man. You did one of them. Well, DJ Bless One loves to expose the BS because you people like to step and fetch. We don't do that over here, bro. Rex Ryan, miss me with the devious manipulation of your BS rhetoric. Spare me the Mayo tears. I know you're part of the good old boys club, and you talk down on Shador as if he's a little boy and you're masa, and you guys don't believe me. No NBA young boy. Shout out the young boy. Shout out to Contrell. You'll catch you later what I just did. But you dish Shedeur Sanders again in that same breath. You did a backhand compliment. It's like it's hard for you guys to just give Shador credit without the extra adjectives, but that's what you did right here in the same thing where you were praising him.
Shador, can I please, I know you don't listen, but please, every time you win a game, okay, your team wins a game, please use we and us. That's it. And anytime you lose, it's me and I. And watch your popularity in your locker room, around the country will go like this. Right now, they look at like, your defense, first thing you should have said is, we had 10 sacks on the quarterback.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Myles Garrett's the man. Like, come on, build people up. You're at that place. Build it. Don't just, we're going to give you praise. You don't need to give it yourself.
He was fine. He was good. He played well.
You see how Mike Greenberg and Dan Orlovsky quickly interjected and said he played well. He did okay. They're basically saying, Rex, you're getting senile again and you're doing too much. Damian Woody, you could see he was uncomfortable, but he has to, the ESPN puppets, they have to. God, you couldn't pay. Well, I'm going to keep it real. Depending on the amount, I can understand why they sell out, but I can't do it because I have to wake up tomorrow, and I know I'm intelligent enough to work hard and find other ways to get this money. And to see Damian sitting there next to Rex, it's like, man, the things these guys have to do. But that's what I mean. Never fall for a snake. Just because you dress a snake up, it's still a snake. With Rex Ryan, he adamantly told you guys who he was in favor with. Now, the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, has proven himself before he's ever taken a snap. It's not like he forgot how to play football and all of a sudden he played football. These group of people, for some particular reason, just can't stand Shedeur. And by the end of this video, you'll be agreeing with me. Even people who don't like me and Shedeur, you'll be agreeing with this video. So let's continue. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and understand that DJ Bless One and his group of people, we will always fight for what's right.
Nothing's difficult.
Everything's a challenge.
Through adversity to the stars.
From the last plane to the last bullet to the last minute to the last man, we fight.
We fight.
We fight.
We fight.
We fight.
We fight. Nothing's difficult.
Everything's a challenge.
And we do fight for real. We're the truest patriots out here. We don't conform to BS. And although this country has done everything atrocious to us, we're so loyal, like Paul Mooney said, like a loyal hound dog. We don't be selling informations. We're the most loyal patriot Americans you can ever find. So to see Rex Ryan stir up the courage to make Shedeur look like some form of criminal, all because you don't like him. You didn't talk about football analysis. What is Shedeur doing wrong? What is he isn't doing good? No, you brought up good old boys politics to continue to diss this man. So we know what you meant when you said something is missing with this kid. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment. You should be embarrassment. Because he's basically saying, listen, knee grumps, me and my good old boys clubs, we talk every day and we speak about your knee grumps, Tell, and we don't like you. You need to follow routine and get in line like a Cam Ward and do the shuckling and jiving that we pay you to do. That's exactly what they like. That's all they've ever wanted. Now, do you remember what he said deeply into the first diss? Pay attention to it.
Stefanski is one of an outstanding coach. All right. But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
What did he do to be embarrassed? And what did he do? He has to be quiet. Like, that's my point. They never go in deep because it's coded language. I've been explaining this to you guys. In this world we live, almost everybody does the coded language. We even do the coded language. But they do it openly right in front of that television screen and then play dumb like they don't know what's going on. What Rex Ryan is telling you, the collusion is very real. What more insight did you need to know? What spawned this anger of Rex Ryan? What made Shedeur an embarrassment? Did he do any criminally act? And what, furthermore, did you listen to the rhetoric of what he said? He said Shedeur over here crossing his arm, saying that he's a starting quarterback because he crosses his arm and says he's a starting quarterback. That's an embarrassment. That's wrong. I've seen many male quarterbacks with the same complexion as Rex Ryan all said they believe they're starting quarterbacks, and that was applauded, not allotted. It was looked at as something brilliant any player could say. All of a sudden, you guys move the goalposts when Shedeur Sanders says this, and then you once again, for some reason, when it comes to confident melanated brothers, we're criminals whenever we speak confidently. I just don't get it no more, but I understand it. You cannot surprise me. Now, this is what made me leave Rex Ryan alone. This is overdue. I was already supposed to make videos exposing him, and I can go further deeper. He has a quarterback lover, Mark Sanchez, which we're going to do a separate video. Your quarterback that you claim was the excellent quarterback a coach could coach, he's a criminal. He was a trash quarterback. He was no good. And he allegedly slept with your wife. You have a tattoo of him on you and his jersey. Then you have something of him and your wife as well. Everybody knows this. It's not a secret. So we can pretty much assume some type of threesome pursued, some type of sexual advancement with Mark Sanchez and your wife. You're a crummy human being. You seem like a cool guy I could hang with. I'm going to keep it real. On a drunken binge night, I could hang with you. But to see you get on ESPN, Rex, and you parade around as some type of professional, it offends me. Because when Nick died, everybody know Nick of the Jets. I thought you were some type of human being. I looked at you, I seen the tears. So I said, I'm not about to go in on you right now. Some real situations happen, and I like Nick. I've actually had the honor of being around, the privilege of being around people who knew Nick when I was in the military. I've been playing, moments of the video games watching Nick. So obviously we loved everything about Nick growing up. I didn't have anything negative to say about you crying, which I will play that video, but I'm just more letting you know I actually respect Nick. So I like the fact that you showed sympathy and empathy, something you people don't show for us. You don't have those same tears for us. You have this rage and anger towards us that I only can conclude a spiritual thing. Like I tell everybody in groups of people who look like me, a spiritual warfare. Now, what you seen on the display was the years that I loved Nick the most when he was playing in the 2006. That was his first year. He actually played in all the Madden series from 2006 to 2017. I'm just giving you guys a little bit intel that stop making us and my people look like monsters and criminals. We have compassion, just the same way when Rex cried right here on air.
It's brutal. It's such a great young man. I had the pleasure of coaching him for all 6 years with the Jets, and I remember it was obvious I was getting fired. My last game, Mangold's injured, and he comes to me and says, I'm playing this game. And he wanted to play for me. That's what I remember about this kid. He was awesome and just way too young. I feel so.
And you're right. He did die way too young, and I felt sorry for him as well. And let me talk to you, Rex. I'm really well known out here. You see this beautiful brother right here, Justin Jefferson? Well, his people hit me up when I was in Atlanta. Shout out to a lot of his folks, and they reached out on social media, that is not face to face, and I got in a long in-depth conversation, and they told me, bro, keep doing what you're doing, because there's a lot of people in the league who can't say what I say. And a lot of content creators who don't say what I say, but my supporters, they say exactly what I say. That's why they follow me. So I want to say salute to the Jefferson family. Thank you for real ones to appreciate me, because I noticed something about you, Rex Ryan. I wanted to just go in on you, but when you cried right there, I gave you a break until I seen the video of you dissing Shador again, because you people can't help yourself. You talk about, I know this is a pattern with you people, because according to you, Rex, Shador is crossing his arm and folding his arm. You make criminal out of us, just like Cleveland media, Aaron Goldhammer, of Tony's show. He said this about Shador having his hat backwards. Shador needs to take advice and not put his hat backwards on the sideline. Is this 1920s Mississippi?
And I'm just looking at this from the outside looking in, and there's got to be something to it. There got to be.
There was one.
Consoling a teammate? That's not good, right?
I give Shedeur a little bit of advice. He looked.
Actually, no. I don't want you giving Shedeur advice.
Riz on the sideline.
Yeah, listen to this, Chris. Now, this pissed me off. Now, this did.
With the backwards hat and the sunglasses and the look of it, I would just remind Shedeur, lock in on the game. Watch the game.
What? Who said he wasn't?
Didn't
Flacco have a hat on backwards? Doesn't Jalen Hurts do that all the time? He's done it. You're knocking a kid for wearing his hat backwards?
I didn't say that.
Man,
I said, Riz, hold on.
I'm just looking at this.
These folks are insufferable. So when did Shedeur putting his head backwards mean he wasn't focused? I mean, even Kevin Stefanski also admitted he never gave Shedeur first team reps, as DJ Blesswin been telling y'all for over, I think I'll be fair, 4.5 to 5 months. Whenever rookie training camp started, I told you guys this. So to see Aaron Goldhammer, and Shedeur didn't even get in the game during this time. This was, I think, the first week, the first NFL game, and this is their mentality. There's nothing you can do that could be sufficient enough. If you don't believe me, Terry Bradshaw is being asked to quit right now, and I'm going to drop that video. God is good. Shout out to Mike Strahan, who looked at him crazy just a couple of days ago when he was referencing just senile things. It's like the older these guys get, they can't hide their truth and hatred for us. Listen to Terry Bradshaw, what he had to say.
Fifth rounder getting all this.
So Shedeur.
Oh. Why is the fifth rounder getting all this attention? Why?
You tell me.
Or you tell me. Why is it? Is it because I'm not the one that drafted him? I mean, why would Cleveland took Gabriel? I love Gabriel. I like him a lot. I wouldn't have taken Shedeur. Let somebody else have that problem. Now you got to deal with his dad and everything else, and you got.
You hear him? Let somebody else deal with that problem. You got to deal with his dad. I love Dillon Gabriel. Since when did Terry Bradshaw love Dillon Gabriel? I wonder why you love Dillon Gabriel, but that's how deep their hatred are for us. And notice the clips I'm showing you. It's because something's been going on after that first game of the immaculate Shedeur Sanders being triumphant against the Geno Smith-led Las Vegas Raiders. What happened is a lot of these guys had no choice to say somewhat credit for Shedeur, but even in saying credits of Shedeur, they're giving him backhand compliments. And a lot of brothers and sisters are trying to give these male races respect and forgetting who they really are. And I'm here to remind you guys, because at the end of the day, Colin Cowherd is kissing tail, but I remember Colin Cowherd, he thinks like a Terry Bradshaw. He thinks like an Aaron Goldhammer. Remember for the speeding tickets, he attacked Shedeur Sanders and made him criminal number one.
Shedeur Sanders got caught speeding over 100 miles an hour. Don't minimize it. Don't pander. This is not good for a quarterback. I do not cling to opinions. New information, new opinion. I don't think about them the same. When you fall to 144 in the draft and then try to match that number behind the wheel of a car, I don't think the same. You ignored signs with Manziel and Baker, and apparently, based on the traffic violation, Shedeur was avoiding some signs too. The ones that say stop. I'm not sure he's mature enough. Now I'm going to have to like Kenny Pickett.
You're a BS clown, Colin. First of all, the man never got a ticket for running a stop sign. He went too fast, and he was very cordial and professional with the officer as the officer to him. So much professional with the officers that the police department had to come out and speak against, BS people like ESPN and Fox Sports, because Colin, you were the ringleader in lying, saying Shedeur had 2 speeding tickets and he missed a court date, and they said all that was false. False. Which Shedeur did go for the route of not guilty, but people like you don't let him have his day in court. He's just guilty because you get to say that. Shedeur never said he was going past 100. I've been lied on, or I don't want to say the officers were lying. There was a misinformation, and we made it we got the clarification to be clarified once after I got to show my side. I never was going 100 and something. I was going 83 and a 70, still going fast, but that helps a lot in your pockets when you're getting a ticket. But you people calling, you're the same guy a day and a half ago, well, a day ago. Now you're giving Shedeur Sanders praise?
That before the draft. But I always said about him in college, I said, like, he moves well, he's super accurate. He's got kind of a casualness to him, like he's not, his dad's famous. He's been at famous places. He's not intimidated by the moment. His confidence doesn't ebb and flow. I think he lacks maturity and self-awareness, but there's a looseness and a bring it on attitude that I didn't think he was going to shrink. I predicted Friday he'd go 13 of 18, 1 touchdown and 1 horrific pick. And he went close to that. But unlike Dillon Gabriel, you do get big plays out of Shedeur. And that matters.
No ish, Sherlock. We all know that matters. You got my kids know winning matters and a guy like Shedeur matters. Now you say it after all the salacious slander. Now you say these things. And even in the breath of you admitting Shedeur is somewhat serviceable, you're throwing backhand compliments like Rex Ryan did, like many of you racist males did, and the stepping-fetching knee-grumps who look like me, the Bomani Jones. Where's Fatlog? He's been missing, but I'm going to expose him. A lot of you people been missing. Where are you? Let me fall back. I got to calm down. But sir, you were the one on your knees glazing Shedeur and loving Shedeur. Remember, you wanted him as your quarterback prior to the draft? You wanted to draft Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur Sanders for a lot of reasons. I would draft Shedeur Sanders for a lot of reasons. He had the worst O-line and the worst run game the last 2 years, Power 5 college football. And he completed an astounding 74% of his throws. That is insane.
So it goes from that to you just don't rock with him no more. It goes to that you don't rock with him no more, and you're not the only one. Nick Wright,
but a lot
the
of the same
Nick
personality
Wright.
questions came up for Caleb Williams, and he was 1-1 on everyone's board the whole way. You know why? Because they said, if he's awesome, it doesn't matter. And I thought, you guys know all along, my stance has been, I don't question Shedeur the person. I do question Shedeur the player. And because I thought so many of the critiques of him were on a personal, not player level.
Just cold-blooded, and you knee grumps and stepping fetching. Y'all love Nick Wright. He shaves his hair a little bit, then he grows his hair. He daps it up with LeBron. He's one of us now. Just like Hillary Clinton, she gets a hot sauce and says she eats some fried chicken and has a hot sauce next to her. And you people, they're one of us. Look, they can dance like just weirdness, bruh. I love all people of all walks of life, but when you look at little traits like that and try to equate people as loving character people from what they really are, then I get to call you out, man. Just like I called all of them out. To see Nick Wright now trying to glaze Shedeur, and I got longer receipts of Nick Wright just going in on Shedeur after the draft. Then I got receipts of him loving and praising Shedeur before the draft. They all flipped the switch because this is routine, this is the blueprint, and they all are part of this sabotaging moment. This was not supposed to go to plan. Shedeur doing good like this. Never let that go out of your mindset, ladies and gentlemen. Shedeur was never supposed to be victorious. And that's there in a nutshell is the whole topic of this video. Rex Ryan, keep that same energy. No, to all of you guys, the stepping fetchings, keep that same energy. I think the world has had enough of you guys. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.
Like a king.